There we go. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Wow. How's everybody doing today? Why does this screen look all like, wow, I'm in your face. Good morning. Welcome. Morning Mindset, October 25th. So this last Wednesday of October. We've only got 2 months left of the year, pretty much. Yeah. How's everybody doing this morning? Morning Mindset. I'm your host, Todd. How are you? I think I've said that a few times, but I really want to know. How are you? Here's what we got. First time here, long time here. This is what I need out of you. I need to know who you are. I need to know where you're from. I need to know what's in your cup and what the weather is like. It's a little damp outside. Some might even say moist, but it's like mid 50s, low 50s, something like that. It's not horrible, but it's gonna get bad. Yesterday we had a beautiful day here, and the bottom's gonna drop out, and it's gonna be bad. As far as what's in the cup, we're on a Monster Numero Dos this morning because why not? It's Wednesday. So that's what we got going for us. So now you're going to tell me that. And then the reason that everybody's here, I know everybody shows up for this, is because we want to know what are your 5 things that you're going to accomplish today. For us, here's what we got. I've got a meeting at noon it'll be an interesting meeting. We may be able to talk about that on Friday. We've got DTF to get done. We've got the website to update for the bundle drop tomorrow. We've got design work to do because things keep coming in. So we've got design work. And then I've got to make sure to get pictures of some stuff so that way I can use it for promotional materials. It's pictures. I've got most of those taken care of this morning, and I'll keep adding to it, but the rest of it from there. Woo! It's going to be a busy day just in design work. I don't think people realize how much time we can spend on design work. And, that's one of the questions that I ask you. When it comes to design work and setting up stores, are you charging for it? Are you charging to set up those stores? Are you getting anything back? Because what happens if you spend 4 hours setting up a store and they only sell one product? That's a real reality. Like I will be 100% transparent with you on things. We have definitely done that where we have spent way too much time on stores and it didn't sell any products. And it was the design that they wanted. We didn't 100% agree with. Like, I don't know if this is a good design, but they were dead set on it and it didn't sell. And what do you do in that instance? So, are you charging to set up stores? Are you charging and then you get that money back before they sell stuff, or how are you doing it there? Like I said, we've tried stuff and it's failed. We've tried stuff and it's been good. We always, are as real as we can be with you because, hey, you're in this business too. Hey, that light fell down again. I just noticed that. I'm going to have to get some new double-sided tape or something because that light just keeps really irritating me now that it keeps falling down and there's tape on it. I need new double-sided tape. And then the camera's a little wonky. God, what happened over here? I don't understand what happened while I was gone. I was gone for 10 minutes and things all crazy now. So, let's talk about that. Other topics to talk about. Yesterday, I was probably on the phone for about 4 hours yesterday with various calls of people, mentorships, business questions, setting up events. And there was a lot of great conversation that came out of it. So we're gonna talk about little pieces of each one of that. But most importantly, you're going to check in. So that way we can see how everyone is doing this morning. Darren, good morning to you. 66 in rainy-ish. Same thing here. And Topeka, 5 things, doing a laser demo. Ooh, tell me more about this laser demo you're doing. I'm staring at an S1, by the way. It's staring at me. Funeral viewing for a firefighter. Ugh, sorry to hear that. Hopefully, I mean, not hopefully, but was it a duty-related thing or just another thing? Check on orders, make stickers. Look at that. Sounds great. Sarah, thanks for checking in. Good morning. 59 and rainy in southeast Wisconsin. Coffee in the cup. Build holiday school template store. I'm doing that as well. I created a pattern. I wanted to see if it worked, of those little V-shaped things, to see if then I can use that pattern to put over overlays. And while it's not perfect with all that, I think it will get done. So I'm going to run that by Corey and have her see what she has to think about it. And then we can go from there on it. Because there's a lot of great of that, sweater font text and things that you can add to it. But finding the image that you need can kind of be a pain. Build 6 new stores. Design a tennis champs tee. Set up training for new employee. Yeah, baby. Social media. Look at all that fun stuff. And Renee, good morning for you. 56 and rainy in Chicagoland. Broke a record yesterday, 83. Water in the bottle, coffee in the cup. For as nice as it was yesterday, the only time I went outside was to get the S1 off the porch. Typically, when it's like that, I want to get it, but Tuesdays are tough. It's a longer day for us. We've got stuff going on. So just to be like, I'm going to screw off. If it would have been a Thursday, I'm down, but not so much on a Tuesday. So I didn't get to enjoy any of it. And Sarah and Renee said, we did too. We didn't get that warm, but 70, I think, was our high. I'll take it as long as I can. It's dropping soon. Darren, my condolences to your brother and all the Brotherhood family. Thank you for all your service. We are all right there with Renee on that. Sarah, it was lovely with the breeze. I don't like breezes. They so irritate me. And Sarah said, oh my gosh, I walked out of the shop and was amazed how beautiful it was till at 6 o'clock last night. It was right before the show started yesterday is when I went out and got it there. If you Facebook user, guess what? I don't know who you are. So what's up? The way that works is Facebook and StreamYard don't always play nice. So if you head over to right here, Fat Dad Live, head over there. That gets you into the YouTube side of things. When you're there, we will be able to see who you are. But good morning. Pilar, good morning to you. Pilar, since you are on here, and I'm not going to, I'll send you this message either. When I get done with this, I'll send you a message because we work on the link for sign up for the TRW Takeover. Now, what is the TRW Takeover, you ask? Well, Pilar and I are both going to be in Florida next month. We're going to be getting ready for a Disney trip, and Pilar's going to visit her cousin, I believe, and it's right around our birthday times. So we said, hey, let's go TRW and let's have TRW do an open house. And after months and months and months of, bagging on Matt to say, hey, either you're in this or you're not, it doesn't matter. It's happening. We are going to have people there. We're going to do some sort of meet and greet. We're going to do something. So finally he gave his blessing and said, okay, well, what do you guys need from me? We're like, nothing. Pretty much you tell us what we can do as far as specials and that, maybe show up and make an appearance. But we got together. Pilar was one of the calls yesterday. And things that we're going to do, some product demos. There is the new Juliet. So, the Juliet running against maybe the Cameo and the Graphtec, just to see cutting speeds on it. Somebody else, one of the discussions happened where they said that, they cut all of their flock and brick in 2 passes. I was like, why? I use 1 pass for all of that. And so we say, well, maybe we need a side-by-side comparison, doing it 1 pass, doing it with the proper settings, and then 2 pass, how you do it to show how much time you're saving with it. So some product demos on that. That's probably going to be at noon. And this is going to go from 10 to 2 on November 10th. There will be an email or a link sign up for you because there's probably going to be some giveaways. There might be some grab bags. There's going to be some stuff there. So we're banging out the details of it. But product demo, they're really there about noon. There's going to be some make and take. So there'll probably be some, TRW Rhinestone decals that we'll be able to, make and take. And I think at 2 o'clock, we're going to end the day with just the factory tour, the warehouse tour, just to show how your orders are getting processed, how things come in, just to show how all that works. So that's what we're working on. We're getting the okay from the boss. We'll have all those details by the end of the week, and then we'll get everything rolling. So I'm really excited about that. It's been a couple of years since it's down in TRW land. It's been about 4 years. 2019, I think, was the last time we were down there. So I'm really looking forward to putting on that event. And hey, if we make that a good turnout, on a short notice of 2 weeks, what can we do if we actually have, a little more time to plan things? And you never know, there might be some more trainings coming for that. Kelly, good morning to you. 55 there out in Cali with coffee in her cup. And Barb, good morning to you from North Central Minnesota. 43, high in the upper 40s today. Overcast, water in the cup. Pilar making thing, just because she's working this morning. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hi, Kelly and Barb. Let's see, where else were we there? Barb's 5 things. Invoicing, customer pickups, fix wheels on shop carts, set up next embroidered run of beanies, and work on a blog post. When you set wheels, what's going on? Is things getting caught on them? Like, in my mind, I think thread from embroidery getting caught into it, and I'm getting the wonky donkey cart at Target that's like this going down the thing. Is that what's going on there? Facebook user, bad news. I'm already in the shop and haven't even got my coffee yet. I better fix it. Already in the shop. Here at home, it is 8:40, and I have been in here now 3 hours. It was 5:40 when I came in here this morning to start working on stuff. So get with the program, man. I have coffee in my cup. I'm in sunny Orlando with 73. Ooh, sunny Orlando. So We'll flying into Orlando on the 10th, and then we will traverse across the state and spend a couple days over in the Tampa area before we head back over to Orlando and get or Cape Canaveral, Port Canaveral, whatever it is, and get on the boat. And Kelly's giving out her hellos to Renee and Barb and Pilar and Darren and Kelly and Renee and Pilar. Yeah, did I get that? Yeah. Oh no. See Barb, Kelly, both of them, everybody getting their stuff in there. Getting your stuff in there. Getting your stuff. Getting your mornings. Listening while working. Getting your stuff. Okay. Kelly's 5 things. She's got T-shirts, she's got signs, she's got engraving, she's got UV printing, and she's got sublimation. Kelly, did we talk UV printers? Which UV printer did you end up going with? Because that's a fairly new to you, isn't it? I don't know if we've discussed that or not. T-Town's going to find out what's going on with the goats. He's got 62 there in Toledo, Monster Hydro in the drink. You don't know what I'm talking about. I came across a picture last night of a Little Caesars in Toledo where they were closing down the Little Caesars to do goat rentals, and then that didn't work, so they decided to reopen the Little Caesars. Pretty interesting. Between the stuff coming in, from things like that, and then watching On Patrol live PD on the weekends and seeing Toledo is a very interesting place. I didn't realize. I was thinking Toledo was a smaller area with not as much funness as what it is, and I am learning that is not the case at all. And Sarah, excellent question. I love to see what other people do for store setup. And this is why, because I know Sarah puts a bunch of time and effort into stores, and with Chipley, it makes it easier. But, when you're doing mock-ups, so let's look at a basic store, right? Like this one one of the ones I'm building out. They have 5 designs that they want, because there's 2 alternate versions of their logo, or there's their logo, 2 alternate versions. So there's 3 total on that. And then they wanted 2 different ones, one of a mom one and then a general one. So there's 5. But they've got T-shirts, long sleeves, hoodies, pants. What else is crew neck? They have like 6 things. So 6 times I need to do a mock-up for each one. That's 30 things that you need to do mock-ups for. So it just quickly, went from just a few to like 30 things. So now what happens when maybe they have way more logos or way more offerings? How does that work? Or how is everybody doing that? FU Facebook user, once again, Fat Dad Live, so we can see who you are, but chilly there in Rhode Island. I bet it is chilly up in that neck of the woods. Blue Scott reference, right? T-Town, 5 things. Just got done tinting, about to leave here to go look at that building. If you don't know, T-Town lost out on a building, what was it, a year ago, right? And now that building is available again. So he's going to go look at embroider. Invoice, hoping everyone I need to get out. Hoping everyone I need to get out and maybe get tumblers made. Love it, love it, love it. You'll get it all out of there. And Renee's 5. 5, weed 3 orders. Is that 1 or 3 things? Weeding or complete orders? Which one is it? Send out quotes, send art for digitizing, press orders, work on Facebook posts. Love it, love it, love it. And FU Facebook user, building sample products for a local karate swag shop. Love that. Jerry, morning 58 there in Daytona, or Dayton-ish, Ohio. Cinnamon tea in the cup. Maybe this winter I'll have to try some tea. And Barb says, same here. I would like to see what others do for store setups. This is a great question. Currently, we don't charge anything. I know people that charge $100. I know people that charge $250. I know people that charge $500. And what it is they have different levels of it. Free store, 1 logo, 5 items. Okay, so here's your logo. You're getting it on 5 things: the hoodie, the T-shirt, the long sleeve, the crew neck, and then 1 accessory. So that's their free thing. On the next side of it, the $100 level is that they get 2 logos, 5 items, and then the next one after that, I think, is 3 logos, 5 items, and then the 500 one, what was it? It was 3 logos, 10 items, I believe it is how it was. And they said, that comes right off the top of the store. So, you don't make any money until we make our money back unless you pay up front for it. So, it gives them the opportunity to decide what they want in there and what they want to pay. If they really want these extra things, then they're going to pay for it. And I think that's how we're going to go to it, is that tiered system. Here's a free store. These are your options. Do you want these options? This is what you need to pay for the store. And that's on top of everything else. So I think that might be a way to go, but we're definitely carry on this conversation. Let's talk about it this morning. And Jerry said, oops, good morning, all. Last night, All you spoke was about in German to me about lasers. Well, did you learn anything, Jerry? And if you don't know what Jerry's talking about, last night on Tuesday with Todd, we talked lasers, specifically the S1 laser and why we got it and why we brought it in the house. And just because Jerry brought it up, I'm going to drop the affiliate link in there for it, along with the code where you can save $200 on it. And they're also doing some free product if you order by November 2nd. So I will drop that into the YouTube side of things. So make sure to get over there, right click, copy, paste, go check that out. And just go check out X-Tool in general. See all the fun things that they have over there. They have, pretty much something to fit every budget. So it looks like there might be a partnership developing. We'll keep you guys up to date on that. But watch that show. We're going to have an unboxing video eventually. Just know that next Tuesday Tuesday, November, social media is what we're doing. So marketing social media is on that one. Then we will be gone the next 2 weeks, I believe. Is that right? Let me look at the calendar and see. No, there's no show next week. That's what it is. There's no show next week because it is Halloween. So the next following show would be November 7th. And that one's going to be social media marketing. And then we're gone on the 14th. It's my birthday. So the 21st, we'll be back. 21st, we'll probably talk more about what we've done with the laser during that time. Look for some standalone videos on it between now and then. So we're pretty excited about how that's all going to go. And Kelly Bell, and this is going to be Flirty Frog Kelly, right? Yeah. Water in the bottle, press shirts, design work, invoicing, print stickers, place some orders. Love it, love it, love it. And Pilar says, we should see if we can get Matt on the phone today, Todd. Hey, Pilar, I've got something from 12 to 1-ish, my time, which is 11 to noon your time, and 1 to 2 Matt's time. Like, I did all that pretty quick. So I'm open before or after that, and we can make something work. But yeah, we're just going to do what we want. I just need the link where people can go register and put in their stuff, so that way we can collect data from it. Hope the specials are online also. Nope. They're not. There are going to be some. I can't speak for the extent of things, but it is November. It is close to Thanksgiving. There will probably be some online deals, but there will be exclusive in-store deals. Why? Because you came to the store. You came in there to check it out. So there will be in-store details or in-store deals that will not be available online because this. No barbecue this time. No, we've got 2 weeks to plan this. Now, if we had longer, maybe so, because this is not so much an open house. This is just me and the Pilar said, hey, we're going to get together and we're going to get at TRW and we're going to invite some friends. So you're either on board or you're not. We're doing it either way. All right. We got Deloach, right? Is that what I'm saying that right? I need some kind of yes. Deloach. I think that is right. Morning, 71 there in Jacksonville. So you're in Florida. You could come join us at TRW because, like you said, we're going to be in Orlando driving over, and it's Friday, November 10th. So get on over there. Mountain Dew needed a pickup this morning. And Katie, I clicked the link, but and Katie is actually going to be in Orlando on the 10th. She leaves on a Royal Caribbean cruise the next day. So, or no, on the 9th. Should be around there at the same time. We might, maybe we'll be passing. We'll wave on the highway or something. And Tamara, good morning to you. A good time of year to visit Orlando. Yeah. The last time we went down there for this was that same time of year, November. And the only time we saw the sun over that entire weekend was when we were in the plane. By Midwest standards, it was comfortable for November because I think it was like 50s. By Florida standards, those people were in parkas and they were thinking that everything was freezing over. It was amazing to watch because as a Midwest boy, hey, what is going on with these people? But it was a great time. We had lots of laughs. We ate some good food. We met a lot of friends, and that's what we're hoping for this time. Even manatee trip again. We're going to see how that works out this time. But good times there. Oh, Kelly got the LEF 300. Very nice machine there. Kelly or Pilar's 5 things. 5 things. Work in TRW, press rhinestones on 5 Lulu jackets, film TikTok and edit it, have another idea for a second TikTok, and start getting more plants in the greenhouse before the stupid snow hits. It is October and you are in Denver, so that snow is coming. And Darren said the firefighter just retired a few months ago. He had a bout of leukemia, but beat it. Wasn't feeling good the last week, and I found out he had brain cancer, stage 4. Bam, dead in a day or two. Ooh, yeah, that's quick. Like with my dad, when he found out he had cancer, it was from the time that he was diagnosed with cancer to the time that he was gone was 11 days. So totally get when things just come out of the blue like that. And Barb said, no, the wheel fell off. Okay, the wheels just fell off, and I was working yesterday, and the wheels just fell off, literally, on my 3-tier cart with all the stamping box glue. Oh, it would have been a nightmare if it flipped, but it didn't. I'm assuming it didn't. I need to tighten the bolt wheel. Put some Loctite on it, right? Put some Loctite on it. We'll see if that helps. D-Town saying, so much fun. I'm assuming we're talking about Toledo being so much fun. And Tamara, my first time here. Get printers set up, adjust designs to print, get blanks out to print, get in workroom, embroider some towels. Tamara, I love that. What printers are you getting set up? Do you need any help with that? We got a pretty good mix of people in our community that if you need any help, just reach out. We'll be able to help you. And 5 things here on DS. I'm just going to call it DS until I know that I'm saying that correctly. 5 things: sublimation designs, looking into another printer, enlarger heat press, creating more content, organization. Very nice. What are you looking for as far as printer and larger heat press? We can do that. And look at that. Kelly giving the shout out. Welcome, Tamara here. And Darren, laser demo. A guy bought one. Owns a monument business and wants to see what it can and can't do, how I have mine set up, etc. You're getting paid for that, right, Darren? Getting paid for your expertise in that laser. I hope you are. And, Barb, to Darren, I'm so sorry to hear about that. My condolences. Yes, we were all there thinking of you in that time. And Sarah says, there's the artwork, then the process. So let's say you put the same thing on a full front, as well as a left chest, as well as a bag, as a decal. That's 4 processes for one artwork. It takes time. Absolutely, it takes time. And this is in reference to building out stores. And that's why I think that tiered system just might work pretty well for it. Stubborn Bull, good morning to you. Another hi to Tamara. Am I saying it Tamara tomorrow? Well, I'm not. Listen, I don't read the best. I don't speak the best, but I speak from the heart. I do. They said I had one shop that I spent a ton of time on, and it bombed. Mostly I do other stations and do it for free, but have been thinking about changing how I do it. I like the tiered system. And that's my thing too, is I think there's some of ours that we're not going to be able to do that because we've been doing stores for them so long. And now it's pretty much turning it off and on. So that it's not a hassle if they're adding, a new logo or taking one off, but it can be like a newer store to set up. So if we get to that where it's like, hey, here's where we're at with it, this is what we're going to do, then it makes sense. But if not, we're going to cross that. And here is the affiliate information for the S1. There you go. You just got to go over there and right click, copy, paste, use the code S200S1 to save $200. Good. Jerry did learn a lot between the German speak. I'm glad you did. Sweet Darren on Team Repeat. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me where I could, and interject any information that you have along with that. And yours is still in Hodgkins. Ooh, I thought you'd get it today. But you're set tomorrow, so it'll show up tomorrow for. Darren says November 7th is his birthday. You know what they say about, birthdays in November? You know what your parents did on Valentine's Day, right? That's where November birthdays come from. Mine, November 14th. Just saying. My parents got married on February 14th, 1977. 9 months later, this bubbling boy was born. Just saying. And Renee to Sarah, that's 5 minutes from me, Sarah. I'll go get it, and then you can come see me. Yeah, that's Sarah tried to get me to go there and get it. I'm like, it's a sorting facility. Ooh, I'll never get anything with it. Yes, I must be saying it right. Loach, perfect. I love it. Jerry's 5 things: invoice, pick up supplies, update Equid store, paint cups, press shirts, ship orders. Love it. Yeah, we were the only ones walking on the beach. Yeah, we were the only ones walking on the beach, and people. There was the one people. They were all bundled up. They're like, "What are you talking about?" It's been there for 3 days. It has been there for 3 days. And Jenny, good morning to you from rainy Elkhart, Indiana. And Jerry on Barb. That sounds like a potential mess. It did, didn't it? And Matt just told me, he'll have some time this afternoon. Sweet. So I'll be available anytime after 1 p.m. my time, noon your time, to his time, so we can make it. Klinger was from Toledo. Klinger was from Toledo. Toledo it definitely sounds like an interesting place. And another welcome, Tamara. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Marty here with, she's got the ET 1500, that guy, and the 7110. No, it's a 7610. So right there. I haven't used the printers in a long time. I got very sick with COVID and almost didn't make it. Well, I'm glad you did and that you're here with us now. I need a new ink maintenance box for the 15,000 7710 through an error. That's what happened, and that's why I got to dump that one pretty quick. Looking to add sublimation. Already had white toner, but didn't like the size and material cost. So looking at it right now, at least a 36-inch heat press. Sweet. So something to consider when looking at those larger heat presses, especially like a 36 one, is the power that it is needed. Some, I know that people have imported them, and it won't use the standard electrical like 220. It's got to be like the two-phase, three-phase. It's got to be something different, and it's got to be wired up. It's not just, I can plug this into a 220 outlet. So make sure when you're looking at that is taken care of there. The other thing too is, it's a big one. So make sure that if you're going to have the area that it can fit in, the doors that it can fit through, that it's going to disassemble and come off. Some of them come on a crate, and then it's up to you to pull the thing apart so that way you can fit it through doors. So just keep that in mind there, but you'll love it. You'll have an interesting, depending on budget too, something, that you might want to look at is, like a roll. One of the things on the 36-inch presses is, I'm assuming that what you're getting it for is to do more of the all-over shirts, which you're still going to run into the fact of printing out sheets and then lining it all up. And there's just, honestly, when you do the money on it, like how much time it is, you're going to want to go with the, like the 570, and even then you're still limited on that. But like the 4400, which is the 44-inch Epson printer, that's what you're really going to want. That's when you'll really start to see your profits because of the cost to print on that. No labor time of setting up all these prints and making sure, printing them out, tiling them, doing all that. One of the things on that size press though is I think you can only do up to like an extra large t-shirt. I think 2Xs and larger aren't going to fit on that. So maybe look at something a little bigger. Lay out a flat, get a shirts, lay them out, and see what you actually need on it, so you know where you're at with it. Because I do know a handful of people that have gotten them and realized that they were too small for what they wanted to do. They were still double pressing, triple pressing things. Blankets and towels were one of those things that they were really having issues with. So just think about that when you're looking at going larger. Go the biggest that your space and your budget can afford. What is it? It's buy once, cry once, right? So do that, and then you'll be a lot happier. I go by Tammy. Yes, I can do Tammy. Some people don't like to do it, right? And Rye just got the notification. He's like, that's okay. He's in California time, so we'll let that slide. Better late than never. That's right. And Darren said, when I was in Egypt, it was the same way. They were all bundled up, and I'm in shorts and a tank top. I'm telling you, man, like us Midwest people are just built different, right? Good morning to Rye. Brian, thanks for checking in. 65 and rating. Watching daily AI marketing videos recommended by Marshall. Sign up to watch them yourself. Was that the link that was in Shirt Tribes last night? I think that was the link that was in it. I think. Let me know for sure. But yes, because that's something it started yesterday, right? And then there's things going on with it, a fun way in it. So we'll see. And everybody wants to know, where is Tammy located? In Orlando. The box arrives today. Very nice. So we're in Orlando. See, so Tammy, just come on over to Tampa next month, right there. TRW headquarters there in Bradenton. You aren't late, right? You're just early for Friday. Good point. Deloach, yes, I already do all over and have the 570 taping pages is super quick for me. Taping pages is super quick, but have you did a time study to see how long it actually takes? Because you say super quick, but what is super quick? Is that 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? That's where, those time studies really come in handy when you know what it costs you to be in business. So for us, $125 an hour, roughly $2 a minute. So for us, just on, if it took 5 minutes to put all the paper together, we've got 10 minutes in doing that, or 5 minutes to do it. We've got $10 just in that part of it. So that's why I say, it can get, the margins can drop on it really quickly. when you factor in all that stuff. He says, Renee tells Tammy that she used to live in Castleberry back in the 70s. Back in the mid to late 1900s, Renee lived in Castleberry. I finally got to say that. And Rye's letting everybody know good morning. But I have a 24 by 16 press. Yeah, we got 16 by, we have, the 16 by 24 and a 16 by 20. And Jerry says, taping pages is a tutorial I need to see again and again. Yeah, those people that can do it and do it well, awesome. People like me that don't do it a lot, not awesome. I want to add other printers besides sublimation to print on colored shirts. No, you don't. You really want to just order transfers. And yes, I understand. You want to be able to have the control. You want to be able to have the speed. You want to be able to have all that. But at this point, until something better comes out, DTF, to be able to print full color transfers, you can do the white tone, but on size is one of the things that you said. It is not just a point and press click print type thing. It is something that it needs to be babysat. It needs, love. It needs affection. It needs beat once in a while. It's like, a kid from, the 80s, right? Like the 80s and 90s babies, you loved them. You let them learn on their own and you beat them when they got in line. I'm one of those kids that got beat, so I'm fine. But there's just a lot of stuff with it. So if you're not printing, my number that I tell people is if you're not doing 100 square feet of prints a day, just order transfers. The amount of labor that those things take to run, that takes away from other things, unless it's right next to it and you're able to do, it can be draining on you a lot. And we've got the 24-inch one. And there's days where I think it's the best purchase we made, and there's other days where I want to cry. And because you're not talking here, a couple $100, a couple $1,000, it was $20,000, and that was 2 years ago. Now that same thing is $25,000. So yeah, there's a lot that goes into that. And Jerry said, "Can you share the link at Brian? Looking to learn more about AI." I think we could. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I try to make sense sometimes. And Jerry says, "Todd, why are those printers behind you not in use? Are they not user friendly?" Our Epson 15,000, we use that for sublimation, and we will get more into sublimation videos and that. We use it in-house for projects, but it's not something that I should start using it more for content. This guy's on its last leg. He's 5 years old now, and he's about ready to head out the door, which is why we got that one. That one will still have issues every once in a while, and just to be proactive, we got that guy. We focused. It's not our main focus anymore. It could be right now, this time of year, especially if you have sublimation. Ornaments are an amazing thing to do and offer. And there might be more of that depending on certain products that we have come in. But I need to get back into it for the content section. I'm an 80s kid. So see, you know what it was like, right? Like, to me, I'm not saying that, that it happened to me. But I mean, to know that, Hot Wheel racetracks were more than just Hot Wheel racetracks. I mean, that's enough said right there. So here we are. We're 35 minutes in. I've got topics, 3 different topics here of takeaways from conversations that I had yesterday. 4 if we count the S1 that I was talking to somebody last night about. We already talked S1. Go back, watch that video. If you have more questions, ask. We're going to start producing more videos for that once we have it all set up. Buy by November 2nd. Save $200 and then get some free stuff with it. But first thing, copycats. We talked to somebody and they were really upset because they said they spend all this time developing their brand, their content, their artwork, only for it to be copied. And what can you do? I'm like, nothing. Really, unless you have the deep pockets to go after them, what are you going to do? You're going to sit back and get pissed off about it, that somebody is stealing your artwork. You're going to go and you're going to say stuff on social media. You're going to put it here. But are you really going to get anywhere out of it? Unless you have the money to back it up to pursue legal action, then don't worry about it. What are they saying? What is that? Copying is sincerest form of flattery, something like that. I mean, and that works in a lot of things, whether it's the way that you run your business. We've had conversations with people where, they offered a product, and as soon as they offered a product, a week later, their competitors were offering that same product. And it's that same cat and mouse game. They're offering something, somebody else offers it. They're cutting something with lasers, somebody else is cutting something with lasers. They're coming up with a unique design on embroidery, somebody else is coming up with a unique design on embroidery. They're doing a podcast, somebody else is doing a podcast. They're doing webinars, somebody else is doing webinars. There's always going to be somebody else doing what you're going to do. And the only thing that you can do is do it better, right? Like this show. I think we do pretty well with it. We've, now 2 years. How many episodes? This is episode 122 this year. So, how many more episodes do we have left of the year? 3, 6, 9. Let's go another 20. So let's just say in general, we hit 150 episodes this year. Same amount last year, 150, that's 300 episodes in 2 years. We do it 3 times a week. Do we still have bad days? Absolutely. You guys have been along for that ride. We're very upfront with, our successes, our failures. And I think that's what keeps people coming back, is that we're not telling you to go do stuff that we're not doing ourselves. We are sharing our successes and our losses with you when things aren't working out or things just aren't going the way they need to be. We're there to show you that this is real life. You guys have been my therapy session for these last 2 years, and we think we've done a lot of growing and a lot of expanding our business together, a lot of the ups and a lot of the downs. And that's part of the realness to it. That's where, finding your right people, finding, who you want to align yourself with. And with talking with this person yesterday, so they've taken all these training classes, they've joined these mastermind groups, and they just said it always felt like they're being fed a constant line of bullshit. That they're like, it was always, if I wanted more, I had to get into the next level. It was never, yep, here's the action plan from beginning to end. Right. And they're like, how do I know I'm not getting taken? How do I know that I can trust who I'm working with? So just ask them, ask them for results beforehand. Hey, I'm a pretty open book on things. I said, I can get you to $100,000 business. Why? Because we've done it. We can show you, I can show you numbers. Here's the systems that we use. I can do that. Can I get you to $1 million business? Using those same principles, yes, but there just needs to be more drive behind you. There needs to be more employees involved, and it needs to be more marketing. There's things that same thing will scale well. But since I haven't got there myself, I can't say yes, this is how you do it till you get there for it, because technically, and honestly, we don't need to get there. The more that you want to make, the more that you have. What is it? It seems like the more money coming from, the more problems we get. Yeah, same thing, right? Like it is. You want more, but now how is this getting produced? Well, now I need to hire employees. Well, now you're making sure that you have jobs to pay these employees, and now you're setting up jobs to keep these employees busy. And then these employees call in, and now you have to do this, and something else loses. So as you scale, there's things that come along with it. So you want to make sure that you understand what's going on with it. And you want to make sure that you're talking to people or that you're following people that are doing, right? If somebody says, like me, if anybody came to me for embroidery advice and paid me for embroidery advice, awesome, thanks. I don't know anything about embroidery, right? I know enough to get myself in trouble. Nowhere near am an expert, but if you're taking embroidery advice from me, you're spending your money in the wrong place. It goes with anything. Look at who you're getting involved with. Are they doing what they say, what they're telling you to do? Can they show, yes, this is what we did. We did the challenge in our $100 million group last week. And I posted all my results. Here's what I did. Here's the image of it. Here's the results. And some perform better than others. That's just part of it. I'm doing these with people. I'm showing it. This is how to go with it. I'm not telling you, you need to do it this way or do it that way. And this is what I believe. No, I'm proving and showing you how to do it. So when you're signing up for these, make sure to ask, like, hey, can I see some of your results? Like, hey, if you're saying, hey, sign up for this marketing class, it's $100 and we're going to get you, this, and this. Can you show me that you can do this and this? What am I getting out? And in any of those trainings that I've taken, because I've taken a bunch, I've been in a bunch of masterminds, I've always had the belief being, is the value I'm getting out of this more than what I'm paying into it? If it's not, if the value that I'm getting out is not worth what I'm paying in, then I don't do it anymore. Right? I just, nope, I'm not getting any value from this. So you really have to look at it, because there's a lot of people that that talk a lot of stuff that I don't agree with how they do it. It makes no sense to me. I don't do it, but there are little tidbits every once in a while that they'll throw out. I'm like, that's a good nugget. That's a good little thing to keep them to keep here. But I don't go with their overall system. And why? It's because it doesn't work for me. Everybody works in their own unique way. And yes, you can take somebody else's system and use parts of that to create your own, but you don't have to 100% go by it. There's a lot of things that I that I'm not saying the biggest fan of, but I'm an action taker, right? I would rather sit back and say, well, that didn't work, than to sit back and say, what if? What if I did that? I'm not going to sit here and think, oh, if I do this, this, and this. No, I'm actually going to do this, this, and this. That's part of me writing a list every day. This is stuff I have to get done. These are things I need to do. This is what is going to keep my business stable. Not doing those things, or, it's like me telling somebody, hey, this is how you get into, we'll use embroidery for example. This is how you get it, but then I don't do any embroidery at all. Like that just doesn't work. So really ask yourself on those things if it is in fact, more value to you than what you're paying out. Only you can answer that. But there was a couple of them that they were felt bad because they didn't, buy into the next level. And I'm like, well, that right there tells you that if you felt they were trying to make you feel bad for not joining their next level, like it's just a money grab. If they're trying to make you feel bad because you're not, 100% using their system, then it's just a money grab. It becomes a cult like a lot of these out there. Well, let's just call it like it is. They're cult like. You either do it their way or there is no other way to do it. You can't use certain words or certain phrases, or you can't do certain things. You can't, talk about your failures. You can't. There was the one where they're like, yeah, there is no failures. We don't dwell on that. We just move on. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm allowed to be upset when something doesn't work. I'm allowed to be upset when things go south. Now, am I going to sit and dwell on it? No, but I'm going to bitch and moan about it for a little while. And then I'm going to, go ahead and hike up my big boy pants and get back in there and do it. But I can sit there and say, yeah, hey, it didn't work. Here's why. I learned from it. This is when I move on from it. So, just really be mindful of it. There are a lot of gurus and experts and things that have happened, COVID to now, and you just really want to be mindful of it. It's always results driven for me. If your message could be wonky as wonk, but if your service or your sales or something is good with it, I'm on board. Let me see how we can do that and change my mind. But if you're constantly telling me I need to do this, this, and this, or I need to, do something that is not in my personal bubble, and I'll jump out of that bubble plenty of times, but there's things that I'm just like, it's not my cup of tea. Like, it's not. I'm a monster drinker, not a tea drinker. And if you're a tea drinker, that's fine. It's just not my choice of drink. But don't try and make me feel bad because I don't like tea. So that was kind of that was the one thing, which, I actually had three things in here. It was, the taking action and copycat, because those are those two. I was like, unless you're going to take action and do something about it, don't worry about it. Like, yes, it's going to piss you off. You're going to be upset. I 100% get it. But at the same time, what are you going to do about it? If you're not going to do anything about it except, whine to me, and if that's what you needed, to just a vent to whine, cool. Now what? All right, take action. Either do it or don't do it. I don't get it. Like, just one of those. The other thing was, we're talking, we've talked time studies. We've talked building calendars. We did that on last month's Tuesday with Todd, when we talked marketing on calendars. It was like, here, setting up your schedule, doing time blocks, doing things like that, different ways to do it. One of the things in there is when you're doing stuff is I'm a big fan of, income producing activities, and what does that mean? Income producing activities. Well, if I'm not doing something or working on something that is going to produce income, then why am I doing it? Like, for me, if I'm working on artwork that I have no intention of selling or putting anywhere, why am I doing it? Am I doing it just for fun? Okay, that's cool. But if it's not producing income, why am I working on something? Why am I, reading something that's not going to generate for me? Why am I watching something that's not there? Like, I may, binge watch 2-3 hours of YouTube each night, but I guarantee you, of that, 75% of it is all about something in our industry, whether like now, it's a really big focus on laser stuff because it's there. But prior to that, is white toner stuff. It was embroidery stuff. It was screen printing stuff. It was HTV. It was DTF. All of this because I want as much knowledge as I can out there. Plus, I want to see what other people are talking about. What's trending with it? How can I create content on it? So even though I may do that, it's still in my mind an income producing activity because I can get ideas on things, how to do it, better processes, better systems. If you're not doing that and you're just doing stuff to do it, then you can't be upset when there's nothing to show for it, right? Like, I don't know where you live, but in my area, the power company wants their money every month, the cable company wants their money every month, the water company wants their money every 3 months. There's that, for whatever reason, the bank thinks I need to pay them every month for a house. It's like there's things there. So if I'm not making sure those demands are met, what can I do? Can I call up the bank and be like, listen, so I don't have my house payment all the way, but I was thinking of some plans, and I was really thinking, that this can work. So how about we just hold off on it and let me do this? They're gonna be like, yo, pay up. So when you see things are going bad, if you're not making money in your business, get out there and do it. You have to take action. You can't just sit back and think that everything is going to be okay, because it's, in my opinion, it's not. Like, you can't just manifest things to happen. You have to do things to make things happen, right? You have to get up, you have to go work. You want more sales, go get it. Whether that's through social media ads, whether that's through word of mouth, whether that's knocking on doors, right? How do you expect people to buy things from you if they don't know who you are? You have to be able to do that. You have to make sure that what you're doing, you're making money off of. I've lost count of the amount of people that are really pushing a product that they shouldn't be doing, that they're making no money off of, and they're trying to figure out why. I'm so busy, but I have so little to show for it. Well, that's because you're not pricing things right. You're taking too long to do it. You're messing up a lot, so you're creating multiples. There's a lot of factors that go into it. So once you have your process down, you know what it costs you to be in business, you know how to price your things for profit, you're able to have some marketing behind, you're able to build some stuff, then you'll be fine. But you just can't sit back and wait for that to happen. You have to do it. Like, I don't get it. And what's crazy is, so, like, what time is it now? Like, what do I have stuff that's on there for it? Yeah, okay, that popped up. I haven't seen anything pop up yet. So now I was trying to see, there was no comments of that. So before I go on the next tangent, where am I at with it? Am I crazy? If you want to disagree with me, 100% disagree with me. Let me know in the comments you disagree and why, because we want to talk about that. That's what this is all about. I'm not 100% right by any means. But let's see. You go back up here. We talked about those printers, 80 kids. Okay, Brian, I shared it in the business sublimation and $100 million groups. Awesome. So we will go check that out and get it there. The black one looks like a great handstand. It is. They were here, and I needed something off of that. There's a, if anybody cares, there's a print head for a Roland EcoSolvent printer. So we've got that to install there. But yeah, it is a good head. So I had them lined up nice across there, but then I had to actually use it, so I'd move the stuff out of the way from it. Everybody thanking Brian for it. Yep. I just got the print head replacement from Omni, and how it's worded. Oh, do tell, my friend. $3K, 2 print heads, $1,500 each. Yeah, that's the other thing. I-32 print heads, $1,300 to $1,500. If they go, that's what you need. So, right, I can't wait to hear about this. Like, come on, man, spill it. Yeah, right. I hate that you're having these problems. I mean, I'm not going to call Ryan out or anything. Ryan's my boy. He's an amazing content producer, a content creator. He's a hell of a DJ too. If you didn't know that, that's where Ryan beats. If you haven't liked his subscribe, go check him out. He goes live more often than I do. He's got some amazing content with it. But it was last year this time that we had a DTF conversation, and I am almost positive that I said there are 2 places I would not buy anything from. I bought from one of those places. Not saying that it was the wrong decision, but I mean, hopefully they're going to take care of you, right? They're going to take care of you. They're going to take care of you. They're going to take care of you. I keep telling myself that. Why I tell everybody else to run as far away from as possible, I keep telling them that they're going to take care of you. Uh, yeah, it sucks. Sorry. Yep. Oh, well, yeah, and that's the thing. What do you do? Like for us, when I lost my first heads, user error, and $3,000. I mean, I spent what was it in 1 month? In 1 month between the DTF and the eco-solvent printer, things that both of them needed, I spent like $5,000. Like that was a kick in the crotch. Like, 5 grand just out, and it was just to keep working. It wasn't, ooh, I'm bringing this in to do this. Ooh, no. And we've went through 6 heads, 6 or 8 heads. Do the math. On our DTF, $1,500 each. Went through 3 boards, $600 each. Do the math. So, in 2 years, we've spent a lot of money. And that's why I tell people, do not get into DTF if you're not ready to play for it. It's going to be a $20,000 paperweight for a little bit. Right. Let's see what we could do. What is damn it. All right. Well, let's see how we can figure out what happened. What happened? Let's go. Yeah, dang right. So sorry. That was my thing. I was gonna have a $20,000 paperweight. $20,000 paperweight, unless I spent, it was right around $4,000 on that one. If I didn't spend that $4,000, that's what I was gonna have. And then what was I gonna do? So it was like, as the business is going up, oh, guess what? I got it there. I see money in the account thinking, man, things are looking great. And then I got to spend that, and that's where when I see these people that sell things at rock bottom prices, like rock bottom on DTF, I'm thinking, what are they doing when something goes wrong? Well, a head's going to go bad. It just is. You're going to, every 6 months, especially on white. Every 6 months, you're going to do that, and that's if everything goes perfect. It's just the nature of the beast. And $1,500. Now you screw something up, and there's a head strike, or you're cleaning it and ink got on inside and fried ahead. There's so many variables with it that people just think, oh, I can spend $6,000-8,000 and buy a printer from China. Absolutely, you can. Enjoy that China support. And enjoy that when you have an issue, and enjoy that when you have to buy parts, and enjoy the service on that. So yes, buy from somebody in the US that's importing it, that offers the support, the warranty, the things like that, because that's the most important thing. That's why wholeheartedly, if you're not printing 100 square feet of DTF a day, you don't need to do it. And let's see, what else do we have in here? Debbie, thanks for joining us, and a morning from Cherry Debbie. Oh, Brian, nice to bring that up. Christmas, 2 months from today. That is right. 2 months from today, Christmas it is. So hopefully, hopefully you're ready for Christmas. And Debbie, yes, and my birthday is 1 month away. Whole lot less hype on it than Christmas, though. My birthday is 3 weeks away. I don't know, 4 weeks away. I don't know. November 14th is mine. And soon, 2024 will be here. Yeah. And so that's what we're going to, like in December, reputation manager, January, we're talking VAs, but, we're going to talk about getting on schedule for the new year. What are your marketing plans? What are your things like that? Because we're always looking forward to what we can do next. And Deloitte Studios said income producing. What about making mock-ups, designs for holiday sales? Income producing, right? Because you're making these with the hopes that they are going to be producing income. So we're doing design work now to produce income later. We're doing stuff now that is going to produce income later. So, while we're doing something now, will it produce income later? We've going through our group, reading books. Can we pull information from these books that we can implement so that way we can make money? At the end of the day, that's what we want to do. Profit is not a dirty word. There's no reason that you should not be making money. Look at what things cost places. You deserve it. You deserve to make money off it. So yes, those, I'm doing design right here. This is what we're doing is some of the stores, I've got to create designs for these stores. I said, yep, here's what we'll put together for it. So it may not producing income now, but it'll produce it in the future. So yes, this week, Rye, what did I miss? What did I miss this week? Darren, hey, Rye, I feel your plasma table, but your plasma table works, Darren. Your plasma table works, and I need a plasma table. I totally looked at a 2 foot by 2 foot one, and then I looked at the Arc Droid, and I looked at other stuff, and I need to stop looking and going, because content, that's my head, isn't everything. It's content creation. And Deloach S is an eco-solvent worth it. Hands down, one of the best investments I ever made. We started with the 30-inch one, and we had that one paid off and outgrew it within 6 months. The 54-inch one, we traded our 30-inch in. We had our 54-inch one paid off in less than 2 months. Because at that time, one of the big things that we were selling was printed HTV. We were selling to other people because you didn't have that option for high color, low volume printed HTV. We were going through, 3-4 rolls a week sometimes on printed HTV, besides doing stickers and banners and all of that. And one of the main reasons that those sales have come down is because we haven't pushed it like we used to. Like we used to nonstop run. Yep, here's our thank you stickers. Here's what we can do for your fundraising things. Here's what we can do. Banners. We were doing a boatload of it. It's hands down one of the best purchases that we made for our business, and I wouldn't take that one back for anything. And we made some dumb business decisions on purchasing equipment, but that one was probably the best one that we made. So if there was one piece of equipment that somebody could add to their space, it would be a wide format printer, whether that is a latex, whether that is an eco solvent, whether that is a UV. You want to go with as big as your space will allow in production area. With at least on the Roland side of things, you can get away with just the one because it can print and cut. And some of the other ones, you're going to need a double solution. So you're going to need, a printer and a cutter. So you're going to want to keep that in mind too. But it opens the opportunity for you to do so much more when you go to a wide format. BN20 is great for, your little stuff, but you're limited on your product, your media sizes, the things that you're able to do on stock. You'll have to get things cut down for it. But you're not doing, big banners. You're not doing things like 30-inch is kind of that mid-tier one, but you don't have the room, but you want something bigger and faster than, the small one. Even with that, you're losing a lot of space. Like a 2x4 banner, absolutely you can do it, but you're still stuck at that 30-inch. Whereas when you go to like the 54, now I have 48 inches, 2x4 banner only takes up 2 feet. So there's a lot more you can do with the larger material. So yes, 100% wide format, I would say, let's see. Emplar, we're going to be at TRW in 2 weeks and 2 days. Our birthdays are right after the takeover. No, so I'm not saying people should bring us birthday presents, but I'm down if people want to bring us birthday presents. It will be a great time. You could always fly down, Jerry. Just saying. Todd, our birthdays are in 3 weeks. Well, 1 day shy of 3 for you, and I'm in that parade Saturday. Yeah, we will not. We won't be here for it. We'll be in sunny. I hope it's sunny down there. But yeah, mine's the 14th. Pilar's is the 13th. Cindy, which day is yours? What's going on with the RV research? What's going on with the RV research? I don't know. I just got sent a video of one that I'm looking at there. CN92 Coachman. That was right there before it. So yes, that's still going on. I don't know. That's the goal for next summer is I'd like to get an RV and travel around and see all of you amazing, fun people while I get to show my kids the country and still run our business from it to show that it's possible to do this when you have the correct partners in place. So content creation, get to see the country and do that. So yes, we are looking at stuff where it's still there. We'll see how that all plays out. But we're almost like an hour long today. Jeez. And I think I got most of it covered there. Taking action, copycats, income producing activities are 5 things that we need to do today. The morning mindset. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So 8:30 a.m. If you're first time here, make sure turn on, it's free to turn on, to subscribe. So why aren't you subscribe to it? Make sure that, and if this is the kind of content you guys like, and you've got friends in the business, share it with them. Sharing's caring, and it's free. So share away at that. 5 things. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will be doing another bundle drop. So pay attention for that. That's on my goal of things to have set up today. So that way that will drop there. And then we will have, I'm looking at the schedule of seeing what is on the schedule for it. We will have a bundle drop next Thursday, and then that will be it until we'll have one at the beginning of the month, and then we'll have one the 30th. And why is that? 9th will be out of town, 16th will be out of town, 23rd is Thanksgiving, 30th is when we'll be back for it. And there might be something with next week's one that we'll talk more about as it gets there. 18th, or let's see, 18th for you, Mickey Mouse's birthday. Why? That's something to know. A phenomenal hour it was. Thank you. Working on test results now. Oh, because Corey is at the doctor with Hattie. Hattie's been sick for like 5 days. It was like should be great throughout the day. At night, a fever would kick in, and the same thing happened last night. So we're running some tests to see what's going on there. So hopefully, crossing our fingers there. All right. I need to get work because I got stuff to do. I've got a meeting in 2.5 hours, so I need to get stuff done before then and get there. Hey, if you need anything, you can right here. Fat Dad CD that gets you into all of our links. You need DTFs, you need printed signs, you need banners, you need decals, you need magnets. You need anything at all, look us up, and we will get there. Dad, can you drop the link for the transfers for last week? Jerry, maybe. Let's see if I have it up here, Jerry. I don't have it handy, Jerry. But if you go here, Jerry, just go to fatdadcd.com. That'll get you over into our website, and then you'll be able to see the DTF transfers there. And yeah, every week we're trying to release a new bundle, not a bumble, bundle. So we'll be able to go for it. All right. You guys have an amazing day. We got stuff to do. You got stuff to do. Thanks for sticking around with me for this hour. And like I said, caring and share away, folks. Have an amazing day. Peace, love, press on. We will see you guys next time.